Good afternoon. I've written down 4 little comments here on my post-it note for the video that I want to share with you today. The first one is to stop the pity party. It's not about you. You got yourself here, but getting out is nothing to do with anything except boring, repetitive processes that will clear your debt. And that's how you have to deal with it. Stop the pity party, stop sucking your thumb, and grow up. You will get free from your debt by steady action. That might be picking up the phone and talking to a creditor. It might mean sending out a series of emails from the day that you're ready to start and you're committed to being clear of your debt at a future date. Taking steady action every day to communicate with your creditors. Taking steady action on a daily basis so that you know what's in your wallet, what's in your bank account, what's on your debit card balance, not your credit card, what's on your debit card balance, so that you know that you have provision for the bills you will incur today. You might be buying fuel for the car, you might be buying a train ticket to get into town, as I've got to do later today. You might be going out for a meal with friends on Saturday, this coming weekend, and all of those things you can budget for. The other piece of advice I wish I had given myself years ago is that worry time is wasted time. You can stay up all night worried about your bills. You can be panic-stricken when the doorbell is rung without expectation. You can be panic-stricken when the post turns up. You can be worried when you get an unrecognized number on your phone. Listen, you don't have to answer your phone. You don't have to answer your front door. That will come later and you'll be completely confident and happy doing so because you'll know the stage of activity of any of the debts that you have with all of your creditors, so that you know nobody's coming to the door. You know nobody's going to be ringing you because you're making small regular payments to your debts, and those debts are going down. They're going down not only because you're making payments, because you've communicated with the creditors and you've agreed to have the interest frozen on the amounts that you owe. You win that behavior through your own good communication and the payment of regular small amounts. My third point was about worry time is wasted time. The fourth and final point in this little video about climbing out of debt is very simple. Instead of worrying about your debt, define it. If you can package and wrap your debt so that you know every single amount and each one of your creditors, so you have a total figure, and you know what your disposable monthly income is to throw regularly at those bills, because they become bills once you understand that you are in control of the debt. It's not a fearful process. It's not a frightening amount of money. It's a significant amount of money. But by placing yourself in control of the situation, by making small, regular, consistent weekly or monthly payments, you now have defined the amount of money that you owe. And you can, for example, say, okay, I owe this much money. This is my monthly disposable figure that I'm throwing at the total debt. Therefore, I can divide the amount of overall debt by the number of months that I can make payments on until that figure is cleared. And at that point, you have a debt-free date. So those 4 ideas are very simple ones, but they're profoundly helpful in getting you to a place where you're climbing out of debt successfully and effectively. So the first one again, stop the pity party. You don't need to go there anymore. Stop sucking your thumb and hiding in a corner. It's your life. Take part in it, enjoy it, be sensible, be frugal, learn to manage your money and to have a weekly personal budget that you stick to. Number 2, steady action every day makes your debt go away. Sounds really corny, I've just made that one up. But steady action every day is what this is all about. You're not going to overspend. You don't incur new debt anymore. You are dealing with and clearing a fixed amount of debt and it's going down on a regular weekly, preferably, or monthly basis. The third point, worry time is wasted time. I'm going to put a little example here. Here's my 4 little messages or my notes on the post-it sticker here. But here is a watch. As the day ticks around and the moments go past, you know that you're having a productive or a non-productive day according to what you choose to invest your time in. It's exactly the same with clearing your debt. Have a time reminder, and it might not be a weekly payment program. Sorry, it may not be and it won't be a daily repayment program, I don't believe, but certainly a weekly payment program, so that as the hour hand revolves 14 times around that face, you've gone through a week, you know that every certain day of the week, for me, it was always a Friday. For me, it was always a Friday. That was my end of the working week. And on a Friday night, I would spend about an hour just making sure that the payments had gone out of my bank account to my creditors, that I was up to speed with, or I was ready to do creditor correspondence on the Saturday morning and get letters out or emails out to the people I then owed money to. And monitoring my time was a way of saying, okay, I have a regular commitment with myself in my diary to work towards climbing out of debt. And that has always worked. It worked years ago. It worked in paying my bills this week. Have a regular process where you're taking steady action to get things resolved. The third thing, worry time is wasted time. Don't waste time. Pay down your bills once a week on a regular basis across the board so that each creditor gets something until there is a point where you know you cross that creditor off and you write bill paid in full on the note and you file it away. And that is a place you can go to prove to yourself that you have cleared one debt, and if you can clear one debt, you can clear another, and you can keep repeating that process. And the fourth thing, define it. Remember, stop the pity party, take steady action every day. Worry time is wasted time. And define the debt. With those 4 things on their own, you're able to make significant progress. If you want to learn more, the book Climbing Out of Debt is there for you. If you want to subscribe and get regular updates here on my YouTube channel, you're very welcome, and I hope you will drop questions in that I could then potentially do a questions and answers video for people. That would be great. But take time to look at your debt, define it, and then you can take action to clear it.